Okay, we are getting the signal to go, so let's go ahead and turn it over to EmeraldAly, who is going to be running Mulaka for us, any % category. Go ahead, EmeraldAly, take it away.
Hi everybody, I'm EmeraldAly. This is Mulaka. It's an indie game made by Mexican developers Lienzo. It's based on the Tarahumara people of northern Mexico, the indigenous peoples. And we'll speak about them a little bit more as we go on. I'm joined by a commentator, if she'd like to introduce herself.
Yeah, hey everyone, I'm Rhysma. Super excited for everyone to see this great game.
Yeah, so we do runs on Profile 2 for a reason that will be obvious in about 26-27 minutes. But I'm ready to go. 3, 2, 1, go. So the story of this game sounds incredibly basic. It's basically that this horrible evil is spreading through the land, and our character, the shaman of the Tarahumara people, must stop it. It sounds like the most basic story you could ever imagine. It's actually the Tarahumara creation myth. And that, again, will become clearer as we reach the end of the game. Right there was the first skip. We enter the Ring of Stones, which should be a forced fight, but by pulling up the map and warping to the level we're already in, we spawn after the fight. It doesn't actually despawn the fight. You could, if you wanted to, for some bizarre reason, backtrack back into it. But we are off into the bulk of this level, and you see up the hill there's that gate with 3 hollows carved down into it. I call that a stone gate. Every level has one except like the last one, and you're supposed to find stones to fit into those hollows. We're not going to do that. We've done another skip, and we're on our way to the first boss, and Threach, you can get one quick donation in.
All right, thank you so much. We've got a $25 donation from Esamir, who says, hello all. I hope everyone's having a comfy time. Here to wish Ali good luck on the Mulaka run. Thanks so much for introducing me to this lovely game.
Thank you, Essie. Thank you so much. Alright, here's our first boss. And I'm not ashamed to admit that on my first playthrough, it took me not that long, but a little while to figure out what to do. He's a boss with a big shell on his back, and there's pillars in the arena, so you lead him into the pillars. There is also an NPC in the area who appears in several of the levels, actually. He's like a zoologist cataloging the animals of the land, who also tells you how to fight this guy. And, yeah, that's really all there is to this. Gotta get the shell on his back knocked off, and by attacking the sheaths on his legs, it not only damages the HP of the boss, it also builds up our special meter, which is the upper of the 2 curved lines beneath my HP in the top right corner. And you'll see what that does in just a moment. I don't think I quite went to the pillars I meant to, but that's okay. This might knock me down. Yeah, that's okay. Now, so the eye is exposed on his back. Just keep wailing away at him. Set off the finisher as soon as we get it. And it finishes him off. It's really the only time in the game the finisher lives up to its name. And now a really interesting little piece of speed tech, I guess you would call it. Because we didn't pause during the level, we can immediately bring up the map and warp to the next one. If we had ever paused, that would not work. You would have to wait out the boss's death animation. You would have to, in the levels that have demigods, you would have to wait for the demigod cutscene to spawn in. You can mash through it, but it's faster to not have it spawn in at all, of course. And, yeah, just not stopping is the key to going fast, I guess.
Do you know how that was found?
No, it was just always part of the run, as far as I knew. This is the newest bit of tech. Hopefully it won't take me too many tries. Very good. I found that totally by accident when I forgot which button picks the chia. The chia creates our bomb potions. I like to say this game plays similarly to a modern Zelda, and the importance of explosives. Oh, that was really quick. That was good. The importance of explosives is certainly part of that. Here's a glitch I found. Bomb duping. You pull up the bomb reticle, you select a different potion, and then you throw the bomb, and the game thinks you're using the other potion. So you can throw one bomb, unless you mess up, you can throw it infinitely.
Yeah, so the trick is don't actually throw your bomb.
Yeah, after the next boss, I do typically pick a safety bomb, but not until then. And it's perfectly okay if this guy takes a soul. That's what the HP is actually called, it's souls. You know, believe it or not. And he didn't, but it would have been okay if he did, because it gets us a free heal potion the first time we lose a soul. I shouldn't need to heal more than twice anyway, so it's alright. And we're already off to the next level. Yeah, this game is really very special. There's a lot to do in the levels that, of course, you're not seeing in the speedrun. There's NPCs to talk to, there's collectibles to find, there's these, like, ghost characters that, I think the idea is you help them move on to the next life. It's really quite touching. And as we met the demigod at the end of the previous level, we've acquired the ability to morph into the ivory-billed woodpecker. This beautiful bird here. There's a skip to get into the cave. I can't even explain how you're normally supposed to get in because I just don't understand it. Yeah, sadly, the ivory-billed woodpecker was declared extinct late last year. It had not been seen in some decades. That has never happened before, and I am not making that up. I clipped through the floor. That might actually be a time save.
Only when you're live in the marathon.
Yep. So this level has a stone gate, but we don't even see it. We just come up here, like, way the heck out of bounds. And I think the developers did kind of expect this, because there's visual Easter eggs up here. They're not on the way, sadly, but the one is the cat-like protagonist of Lienzo's previous game, Hunter's Legacy. Her name is Iki. I must admit I don't care for that game quite as much as Mulaka, but I'm sure it has its audience. And we are at the boss.
Feels like it's easy to get lost when you're up there.
You do kind of have to, you know, the first time you learn it, okay, this way, then that way, then that way. And, Rhysma, if you remember the, practice stream that, yeah, here we go again, that we had the other day, where I took a very long time getting back to the top. Okay, not quite so bad this time. Yeah, bomb dupe.
Definitely got it that time.
Yeah. Bomb dupes were a revelation for this fight, because ordinarily you would have to throw your spear at each of those mouths on the gelatinous body of the boss. But with bomb dupes, it's almost impossible not to get two, and if you aim just right, you can get three at once. It's such a time save. And that is something I have to credit to the world record holder, Pedrogas. You know, I'm second place in this game. His PB is better than my sum of best. He is really incredible at this game. Wow, that's 3 triples. It's so good. Or actually, it's not even 4 triples. Okay, this is not as good. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. I'm hitting the invisible enemies. Okay, a little bit weird at the end there, but that's alright. This is ordinarily where I pick my safety bomb. Okay.
I love the term safety bomb. It's just not something you hear every day.
I thought of that too as I was saying it. And another thing about the skipping ahead on the map is the timing is very lenient for it on PC. It does also work on the console versions of the game, but you have to go much faster. The screen starts to go dark almost immediately. Yeah, with the bird flying through the stone gate is trivially simple. We're over here now. And everybody say hello to Froggo. It's very good when he starts the fight by sucking in water. That is exactly what we want him to do. Yeah, the stomp spawns... Oh, this is very good RNG. The stomp spawns a couple of fish skeletons. By throwing the fish skeleton into his mouth with the bear transformation, we make him vulnerable. His tongue. We do that 5 times, and that's the fight. There's really not much else to say here, so Threach, take it away.
Oh, excellent. Thank you so much. We have got a $30 donation from Lienzo, who says, "Hello, everyone. It's amazing to watch Mulaka on the GDQ stage. Thanks a lot, Ali, for making it possible. It's a joy to watch you break our game apart in front of a lot of people. Let's get that bounty increased. Cheers from Mexico. Muchas gracias, Ali. Spam those hearts in the chat."
Thank you so much. Yeah, the Enzo developers are just really lovely people. And they've actually got a new game coming out in a couple of weeks called Aztec Forgotten Gods. Check that out. They put out a couple of demos over the last few months. Played those. The second one was really good. The first one was like, yeah, okay, but needs a little bolt tightening. The second one absolutely nailed it. I'm totally confident in that being an amazing game. And I believe they opened pre-orders.
Oh dear.
Okay, that's a little less cool of a never happened before.
That was really interesting.
My guy was doing the backstroke in midair. You don't swim in this game, so I don't know what that was all about. This is, by the way, definitely the most RNG-dependent fight in the run. I would say most of my run attempts end here, and this is going about as badly as it can go, but that's alright. Yeah, we don't want him to shake. Shake is the move of his that we definitely do not want him to do, because all it does is waste time. And that's how this is an extremely RNG-dependent fight, because he can just shake 4, 5, 8 times in a row, and there's nothing he can do about it. I might have to do an extra cycle as well, because I didn't do the correct damage there. And sometimes when he's shaking, I'll just say, oh, stop shaking it off, Taylor Swift. Okay, did not have to do an extra cycle at least. Alright, that was pretty rough, but like I say, that is, this is not a hard game per se, but that is the hardest fight to optimize.
Even when you're not randomly backstroking in midair.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That was amazing. So in this level we have a mini-boss before the boss, because it is actually the mini-boss that awards the demigod transformation. I did not jump high enough. There we go. Yeah, and that's part and parcel to the story is you're trying to fight the evil that's overtaking the land. You're finding the demigods and getting their assistance to fight the evil. This is a strat I just developed the other day. Bomb duping against this guy. Previously, I would do a total melee fight here. But see how fast that is. A perfect melee fight might be a couple of seconds faster, but melee fights involve tossing the spear to stagger the boss, and that's not very consistent. Tossing bombs in his general direction is much more consistent. Alright. That unlocked the Puma transformation, which allows us to dash forward in midair and climb up certain structures. It can also clip through invisible walls. There's another visual Easter egg over there. That is one of the developers. So we enter this fight from... Yeah, I do too. We enter this fight from out of bounds, so the boss AI is not activated. I have to wait a second here. Don't think that hit anything. Okay, I got the finisher at least. Wow, that didn't get anybody. Sometimes I can get two of them. Alright, that got somebody. Usually the red one is the last one alive. It's interesting to see the green one be the last alive. Okay, this is also kind of rough. I've had worse, though. Alright. Basachichi. We are moving right along. Oh.
Someone in chat says they love the cheesy speedrun strat, so this game definitely has some good cheese.
Yeah, I was interested in this game when I first heard about it, like long before it actually, well, not long before, a few months before it actually came out. And I just enjoyed it on that level. And then I looked up the speedrun. At the time, the world record was like 28 something. So I was like, oh, that's not very long. Let's look at it. And it's just cool skip after cool skip after cool skip. It's like, yes, please. And I've added a few things of my own. So this is the only Ring of Stones fight we actually do. Not really much going on here, so Threach, if you have any donations?
Absolutely. We've got $25 from Andy K with no comment. Thank you very much for that. We've got $15 from Ember Keelty as well with no comment. Thank you again for that generous donation. Mike the Pone Star donates $50 for more Super Mario World.
Thank you so much, everybody, for those donations. Keep them rolling in. It's a wonderful cause. Yeah, we have our finisher racked up. It is for one specific enemy. It is this mantis over here. If I can take somebody else out with it, that's a bonus, but that mantis needs to go down. He does this attack where he, like, shoots an orb at you, where if it hits you, it paralyzes you, and then he swoops down, and it does a lot of your HP, but it's also very, very slow. So, he needs to go away ASAP. Larger Frog dies in 2 bombs, 2 Pumas, or a bomb and a Puma. Obviously, one of each is the fastest. Now we have the Sea Snake Demigod. This is the... Oh, I made a small mistake there, but not a problem. Screen started to go black. Yeah, the Sea Snake Demigod, that is the last transformation we will get. And if you think you've seen silly skips up to this point, hold on to your butts. This is the kind of skip I would never find on my own. This was in the run when I joined up.
Yes, chat, she said orb. I love the flying.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, that That was way closer than it needed to be.
Great job.
Thank you. I was right on the edge of ground I could safely stand on. There's another developer. Yeah, one of the, I forget who it was exactly, but someone in the Discord, when I posted those, it's like, hey, who are these? Are these anybody I know? And somebody provided their names. Somebody else chimed up and said, nobody's found mine yet. So I was like, challenge accepted. I will go scouring the out of bounds of this game. So this guy can be a massive pain in a casual playthrough. He's actually, I say as I screw it up, he's actually pretty easy and pretty controlled in the run. I should kill him in 3 cycles. Having taken damage, I am no longer sure I will. But if you stay under him and by his back right leg, he'll do the attacks we want him to do. Except when he doesn't, yay! Yeah, I think this is because I took damage. It breaks the loop. Hopefully it'll still be 3 cycles. You gotta do this exact damage to him for it to be 3 cycles. 160 is the correct health for him to have after 2, so let's see. It's a 3-hit heavy combo and 1 bomb. There's only I keep getting hit. There's only so much damage you can do in each cycle. And the 3-hit heavy combo plus the bomb maxes it out. Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay. Yep. Yeah, that's the zoologist NPC back there, that guy with the bird on his arm. Alright, some more silly skips coming up. Yeah, the sea snake transformation is supposed to get you to cross the water, but in the run we actually use it more to climb up geometry. This is absolutely the hardest skip in the game. And the hardest skip to get down. Once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad. But, you know, I did a tutorial for this game and I was like, yeah, you're just gonna have to feel this one out. Because there's not much I can say to make it make more sense or make it easier for someone to learn. Although I would love the opportunity. It would... I guess I need more mana here. It would make me so very happy to teach someone this game. This is not a very active game. Not even in our Discord server. There's only about 8 people in it, and I'm pretty much the only person who posts. But I'll always help anybody who wants to learn this game. I love this game so much.
Well, hopefully you're inspiring some people who are really into these skips and the animal transformations, because there's a lot of chatter about snakes that can fly, which is maybe not a great thing.
Yeah, here's hoping. And so by doing the Puma transformation just before you hit the ground when you fall from a high distance, it resets the game into thinking that's the distance you fell from and effectively skips fall damage. So this guy has 12 glowing weak points. They always light up in the same order. And I'm just gonna break them. That's all there is to say here. If there's any donations, not a bad time.
Just a quick update on our incentives while this boss fight is going on. We are over $2,100 for Super Mario World 11 exit run. So if you want to see that incentive met, be sure to get those donations in so that we can see a little bit more Super Mario World. Speaking of, Save or Ditch Yoshi bid war is still in favor of Save Yoshi. Just almost at 2 times what we've got for Ditch Yoshi. So we've got to make some real progress there if we want to ditch Yoshi. So check that out. Go ahead and make sure that when you donate that you apply that to those incentives, because we've got some really good stuff coming up for you today.
Yoshi's are tools to be expended. Who's with me?
Poor Yoshi.
Yeah, so at this point, the boss gets pretty squirrely, and bomb dupes become harder to aim. The one nice thing about the spear, it does way less damage than a bomb, but it has a very robust lock-on system. So it's much easier to aim when the boss is becoming squirrely. Yeah, I'm gonna have to climb back up. The name of the game at that point in the fight is just to stay on his back. I don't quite know what happened there, but it's not uncommon to fall. I've lost a lot of PB pace runs to that. I probably should have gone up the other side of the arena, because this is a really long flight. Alright, and for the last one, just use the finisher. And now, this guy becomes our friend and gives us the power to survive in the underworld. We are heading here for the final boss. What? Okay, camera was in a weird place. Yeah, you may notice those lights in the distance, those 5 red triangles that are lit up. This game is supposed to end with a boss rush. And as I said at the beginning, it would make sense later on why we did the run on Profile 2. It's because I cleared the boss rush on Profile 1. It doesn't have to be 1 and 2, but naturally I did my first playthrough on Profile 1. So that's where I have a save file parked there. By clearing it on one profile, the game thinks it's cleared on all of them. To tell you the truth, I don't love this kind of skip, but it's always been in the run. And we're coming up to meet the Great Lord of Evil, Taragori. Only have 1 heal. Should be okay, hope it'll be okay. I usually have more. And I usually wind up not needing them, so let's see. First couple of phases are pretty easy. You just go counterclockwise with the swipies. Or I guess this is clockwise, isn't it? Yeah. What am I saying? One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. He reveals his weak point. And you do a Puma transformation once he's vulnerable. This is another fight where you're gated on how much damage you can do. Nothing will do as much damage as a Puma, not even dupe bombs. Just want to stay as close to him as possible while dodging the swipes. But what am I doing? That is not what I meant to do, but it worked. It's supposed to throw the spear.
But it's okay.
Yeah. It becomes harder in the later phases to stay near him because he spawns fireballs and giant spikes from the sky. And the fireballs spawn ads when they hit the ground, which is just rude. And the thing I did not mention about the Tarahumara people, they are known for running exceptional distances, even hundreds of miles at a time, without the use of modern equipment. And I wonder, come on, if this fight... What? Oh, what happened there? I thought I was making him vulnerable, but he already was vulnerable. That was bizarre. Anyway, I wonder if this fight was specifically meant to reflect that, because as long as you keep moving in this fight, you're basically okay. Like, I am still getting hit, but I'm not particularly close to dying. And honestly, when he barfs, just run into it. It does a little bit of damage, but it makes the barf go away immediately.
That's not always advice that you would give.
Yeah, even again. Yep. And I think I have one cycle left. Okay, so yes, the next time I do a Puma on the boss's heart will be time. I will, of course, also call it. Oh, this HP is getting a little scary. Should be okay, though. I'm still gonna run into the barf. It's gonna cost the second soul, but I only need one more hit on the boss.
Come on, boss. Give it up.
Okay, I'm not doing it this time. Can I get this off? Okay, probably didn't need to, because there we go. Hitting the weak point also makes the barf go away, and time.
Fantastic.
Woo. It's not quite when you lose control, but it is certainly the end of gameplay. And at the end, the godlike figure appears, this great white light, to tell Mulaka, that's the character's name if you didn't know, that congratulations, you've destroyed the evil wickedness, but it will only rise up again. And so this world is to be destroyed. We, the gods, will destroy this world, but because of your courage and honesty and sacrifice and all these wonderful things you've shown through your journey, Mulaka's people, implied to be humanity itself, more than just the Tarahumara, they are given a place in the new world. And that sort of explains how this becomes the Tarahumara creation myth. And this gentleman you hear speaking the Tarahumara language in narration pops up several times throughout the game, well, 2 or 3 times, and it's just really quite lovely. And see Mulaka enter the great beyond. And there's just one really small thing after this I'd love to show. It's not even a minute, just once it comes up. It's this semi-interactive credit sequence where you soar through the credits as the ivory-billed woodpecker. I just think this is so beautiful. This game's such a great celebration of the Tarahumara culture. Everything about it is meant to be authentic to their experience. And yeah, that's Mulaka. Hope you enjoyed it.
Fantastic run.
Forgot where my camera was.
Thank you so much, EmeraldAly and Rhysma, for joining us on the Frost Fatales 2022 stage. What an awesome game. Such a cool premise. And this was really an excellent showcase of that. So thank you very much for performing this game for us tonight. All right, so just a few reminders, folks. We're actually coming up on our next run, Nier Automata, where we have Grimoire Vice in the lead for the pod skin choice. So just keep an eye on that if you want to make any last-minute donations before we start that run. I'd say go ahead, now is the time. We've got a $25 donation from Boots42 with no comment. Thank you so much for that donation. We've got a $25 donation from Threach's cat that says, "Meow, meow, mother, where is my wet food? Meow." So I know what I have to take care of once my shift is over. Thank you very much for that, Chiba. Before we see the end of Pokemon White 2, don't forget there are several prizes that are still available up on the Games Done Quick website. Go ahead and check those out. Some really cool stuff related to a lot of the games that are being played in the marathon this week. So please be sure to check those out. Your donations can go toward the entry for one of those prizes, and they are all made by such talented people. We love the generosity of this community and what folks provide as prizes every event. So make sure you check those out because there is some really seriously cool stuff going on. We are over the $2,300 mark out of $6,000 needed for Super Mario World 11 Exit Run. Make sure to get your donations in and apply them to that incentive if you want to see that run. That will be coming up before you know it. So we've got the pretty much the entirety of the next run to make that happen. I believe in you, GDQ chat. I know you can do this. I've seen wonderful things happen with the power of chat before. So if you want to see some suffering at the hands of 11 Exit Run Super Mario World, now's the time to get in those donations. We've got $150 from Kate Libc saying, hello from the studio, Lizzie. So proud of you to see you do your near run here on Frost Fatales. You're an amazing speedrunner. Let's kick some butt. All right, we are coming up on our next run, so just want to tell you all a little bit more about Mulaka Fund. Mulaka Fund is working for a world where all girls can learn and lead. Mulaka Fund advocates for resources and policy changes needed to give all girls a secondary education, invests in local education leaders, and amplifies the voices of girls fighting for change. Learn more at mulala.org. And with that, that is going to be my hosting shift for the evening. I appreciate everyone having me on the show tonight. We've seen some wonderful performances by our runners, and we will continue to see that throughout the week. So stick around. We're going to go to a quick break, but afterwards, we will have some more games for you. So stay tuned.
humor and nonsense and make chat talk about things that they haven't been doing, like drinking water and getting up and stretching and walking around their house. Even though we do want you to stick around and enjoy all the fantastic things that we have planned here for Frost Fatales today, we do have a couple of quick announcements that I will go through before we get started with everything. Just as some reminders, all donations today are going to be going towards Mulaka Fund. If you need a reminder for it, and okay, there we go. If you need a reminder for it, Mulaka Fund is working for a world where all girls can learn and lead. Mulaka Fund advocates for resources and policy changes needed to give all girls a secondary education, investing in local education leaders, and amplifying the voices of girls fighting for change. You can learn more at mulalafund.org. Oh, apparently, I need to remind people that if you didn't get a chance to hear who's on the mic, this is me, Pleasantly Twisted. I was a host for Unapologetically Black and Fast, a fantastic weekend that hosted a bunch of black speedrunners for two full days of speedrunning. And I'm here now helping host the all non-men speedrunning marathon that we do, telling you about how you should donate. We've got a couple of really fun and good incentives going on right now. Make sure you drop off those donations to help with some Super Mario World incentives. I'm going to go ahead and fight chat on this a little bit. I need y'all to stop playing in my face and save Yoshi. Right now, Yoshi is in the lead at $477.50. And I would love to see a Yoshi save because Yoshi deserves all the love. We also have a secondary milestone going for the 11 exit run. Now, y'all know who's running the Super Mario World run. And I know you want to see more of that fantastic face. So make sure you get those donations in. Right now, we're at $2,407 and again, 50 cents out of our $6,000 goal. So make sure that when you're donating that you go in and you choose those milestones and those incentives so that we can get some bonus content for everybody. We also want to say thank you once again to the Yeti for all their help and work with GDQ and Frost Fatales over this entire time frame. For every Frost Fatales shirt that's purchased, you will be getting a $5 donation to Mulaka Fund. And for every Frost Fatales pin, they'll be donating $4 to Mulaka Fund. So get in there, buy some cool stuff, buy some cute things, buy some fun items. Just as a other, ooh, excuse me, my throat is very, very dry and I apologize. And just as another finalized reminder, if you like the stuff that we're putting on here over at GDQ, if you like Frost Fatales and Frame Fatales at large, and Flame Fatales, as we call the summer edition of this, if you like the hotfix events that we run, like Unapologetically Black and Fast, PB Precipice, that's never happened before, and many other fun shows, your subs and bits help with that. So make sure if you love the content, which I know you do because you wouldn't be here otherwise, that you're subbing to the channel. Use those Twitch Prime subs. It's a prime time to actually utilize those for the very, very low cost of $3.99. If you have bits, throw them at the channel at all times. Give us fun messages when you do so. And if you can't afford to do anything of that nature, even if you can't donate today, your spreading the word helps. Your retweets, your reposts, telling your friends to come over and pull up and check it out helps us immensely. We do have a $50 donation that came in from Anonymous. Oh no, I thought I had a comment. I apologize, everybody. So how are we all feeling today? What are we doing today? How are you spending your Monday on the last day of February? It doesn't feel much like a Monday. It doesn't feel like a heavy Monday. But hopefully everybody's having a good time. What have you been enjoying with your runs? What have been your favorite runs today? I mean, this is going to give chat all kinds of questions, so you can't say that at GDQ they never engage us. This is fictitious. This is a lie. All of this is wrong. Let me see what we have in chat here. Got a lot of love for the upcoming run for Nier Automata. For those of you who've never played it before, Nier Automata is a game that has many, many endings, many different paths, many different things to do. Many different things to engage. We're going to be doing the A route today, which is why the any % has brackets around it, because that denotes that it's ending A. Someone in chat asks, how long does a normal playthrough of Nier Automata take? Really, that's a really loaded question. It kind of depends, because if you're beelining through it and still just trying to do the bare minimum, probably somewhere in the 20 to 30 hour area. If you're a completionist and you want all achievements and you want all endings, you're probably going to break 3 digits on your hours clock on Steam. Just saying. But speaking of Nier Automata and getting runs up and going, from what I understand, Lizzie Berry, are you ready to do some speed running? Uh-oh. It sounds like we might be having a little bit. So we're not quite ready. We're almost ready. But I see some people in chat are very excited for Nier and Pokemon White. All right, now I'm being told that we are ready. Lizzie Berry 22, how are you today? How are things and stuff? Uh-oh. Time out, team. I was like, hold on a second. I can't hear anything from Lizzie. What's going on? We have a lot of hype for Lizzie in chat, too. Lizzie. No, you're perfectly fine. We should be good to go. Lizzie, am I coming in clear? Fantastic. You're going to speed run Nier Automata today, and you're doing route